So I like, the atmosphere. I like everything that you've done. And I mean, I know I haven't seen everything, but seeing this since around 2007, 8-ish, I've seen the growth of all of this. And I've been there, I think, for the first strength and conditioning clinic. So I want to talk about that too, because before that, there was nothing in Hawaii, right? I mean, even for CEUs and things for coaches and for strength coaches, there was really nothing here. So let's explain about that a little bit. What made you have this idea to create this strength and conditioning clinic for everyone in Hawaii, and then connect with your network, bring down speakers and all of this to put on this event annually, and talk about what sparked that and the growth of that too?
Well, the strength clinic was, it took us years to get that going. Mm-hmm. And what kind of sparked my desire to do that was understanding how hard it was for us as a staff to make it to our national conference each year that we have for our strength coaches. So we have our national every year, and we go there just to maintain our CUs. And the main thing is networking and seeing the other coaches and vendors and just staying in contact. That's super important for us, and that's a must. And then doing that over the years, I always thought about our coaches here, like, wow, if it's this hard for us to get here to learn and network, imagine how hard it is for our high school and people in the community who do it for free. Mm-hmm. And the work that they do on their own, that they give back to the kids. It's not fair that they don't have the opportunities like this for them to get better at what they do. And I think after one conference, we came back and we had a staff meeting, and we brought it up like, hey, we should bring something like this here to Hawaii, so we could give back to our local coaches and trainers and all the guys that do a good job with the kids here. And then it started from there. We started brainstorming, okay, how do we get sponsors? Who are we going to invite? I mean, how many days is it going to be? How are we going to set? We've never done something like this before. Yeah. So it takes a lot of planning and a lot of work. Because we wanted to do a first-class event. We didn't want to just have something just to have something. If we was going to do something, we wanted to make it the best. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of work. I learned a lot just from doing that, because it taught me how to reach out to approach sponsors, how to talk to different coaches and network with the high schools and the athletic trainers and PTs. Mm-hmm. So all of that was so new to me, but again, I learned something different. Yeah. And it made me better as a coach, because I knew how to do this now. Not only coach, but I could reach out and influence the community and have the community support us now. So that was a huge undertaking. But I think in the past, we started like maybe 8-9 months out or a year just to get the ball rolling, start contacting potential speakers from and we wasn't just getting speakers from Hawaii, Yes. Our approach was, if we're going to bring in speakers, we're going to bring in the best from around the country, around the world. Mm-hmm. That's what we did. We wasn't shy to ask, and we try to identify the best at their different sports or research or their schools, and we tried to bring those guys in, and we tried to make sure it was a good fit too. Like the group of people coming was a good fit together, and they would all enjoy the experience together as well. So that was a huge learning experience. And then, once you do it once or twice, then it gets a bit easier, because you know how to approach it for the next time. So yeah, that was the goal, is to just give back to the community. Not really about making money. It was just to give back. And then whatever we did make would go to our weight room foundation. Mm-hmm. And that's how we would actually go to our conferences, because we don't get money is appropriated for us to go to our national conference. We got to kind of figure that out on our own. So we use those funds to help us with our professional development as well, and help get our GAs over, because I think it's important for them to go as well to network and set themselves up for the future when they got to look for a full-time position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will say that you definitely bring in class A presenters and people that are the best at what they do. I've seen the growth. I've enjoyed going through it, before my grad program, during my grad program, and even after. And trying to support in any way that we can, even if that's just volunteering to help you guys, set up breakdown. But it's such a great clinic for the whole community to get exposure to some of the things that's happening outside of Hawaii. Now, thinking about, after the first few years, like you said, you learned a lot and all of that. How has it grown? Because even like attendance, I don't know for sure, but I think the attendance has grown exponentially. How has the growth of the whole strength clinic been over the past, what is it, like maybe 12, 13 years now?
Yeah, we had a chance to do it 10 years in a row. And then the pandemic kind of put us on hold the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's continued been growing to where now we can reach out across the world and bring in presenters. We actually had a deal with the Australian National Strength and Conditioning Association, and they would send in a speaker here and we would send one there to their conference. So we started building relations with different entities in strength and conditioning and building relationships from across the globe. Japan, we brought in speakers from Japan, Australia, Germany, and in the States, and in Hawaii as well. And then we also try to include local people as well, because we do have a lot of great local talent, coaches, trainers, and PTs. I mean, we have a lot of great people in Hawaii as well. So we try to get people from across the globe. But yeah, it has grown. And then that helps our sponsorship as well. So now we can go after more people because they see the work we're doing, the positive effects it has on the community, and it makes it easier for us to go and try to reach out to different groups to support the clinic. And what that does is allow us to keep the costs down, provide better experiences for them as far as the food, the socials. We have entertainment. It's really, you cannot beat what you're getting for the price you get. And so we provide a lot, the shirts, the packets with everything on top. So and we try to make sure it's a first-class event for everybody. And then we do help a lot of schools. Like I'll say, if you guys don't have enough, if you don't have funds, just give me the names and we'll figure it out. We'll get guys to help and we'll make it happen. It's not about making the money. It's about putting people in the seats so they can go back and help their kids. And we encourage everyone from the youth level to PE teachers, to us guys like athletic trainers, PT, strength coaches. But it doesn't stop there. You can go. I want the guys working with kids in elementaries and high school, coaching in the youth program. Yeah. I'm sure everybody can take something away from.
Oh yeah,
so that's the goal.
Yes. And that is definitely, that's a good thing to mention, because the more that we get exposed to these kinds of things, the more that everyone's going to work together, right? And then the student athlete is really going to benefit from all of this information and this knowledge and attending an event like this. I do want to mention for future sponsorships, and I know you guys do a great job getting all the sponsorships and everything like that, but if there's anyone that's interested in helping to support, how can they reach you and contact you? And I'll put this in the show notes as well.
Yeah, if they're interested, they can email me. I'm at theffern@hawaii.edu. I think you can find my info on the UH site. Yeah, hopefully we can get it going again. That's a big part of what we do in our community service each year. And I want to add another thing that's different about our clinic is we had a Hawaiian cultural component. And I think that's huge as well. We try to take time to share things about the Hawaiian culture or some activities in the past. Past speakers, we had Nainoa Thompson from the Hawaiian Voyaging Society. We had some other people that represented some different aspects of hula or kihoalu. This one year we had kihoalu slack key. Those guys did an awesome job. So every year we try to make sure we have a cultural component just to tie things into Hawaii as well. Yes. So I think that's a huge part, and a lot of people look forward to that section as well. A little bit different, but it's something that everyone can take part and learn.
No, everything that's in the clinic outside of the speakers is a great experience. And like you said, it's so much, you get so much more value than what the price is. You know, you guys keep the price down and get a lot of support. So yeah, if anyone's interested in attending for sure, or just supporting the event and being a sponsor, then I'll make sure that, you know, we put all of that in the show notes so they can reach out to you. Along those lines, where can they find the information of the actual event? And do you think that you're going to have it again in 2022?
Well, we're waiting because I don't want to do a virtual conference. To me, that's great, but I want to see people. I want to be hands-on. I want everyone to come back to the campus where we can do it the right way. So once we get the clearance to have our clinics like we had in the past, then we're going to do it. And if that's this year or in January, it probably won't be this January, but once I have a better idea from our administration as far as where we headed, as far as on-campus activities, then we'll start planning it. So we're very excited. We just talked about it as a staff last week. And but for sure, when it comes back, we're going to make sure we do it the right way. So
yes.
Exciting. We'll see.
Yeah, we're all looking forward for it to come back too. But yeah, great thing that you have going on in the community.